Several hundred messages get sent to us a day asking about missing top lists that were once part of the channel and have now disappeared off the face of the planet. Sometimes we don't reply, sometimes we do, but most of the time it's never fully mentioned as to why they were removed. So here's the top 5 removed top lists. The top 10 worst video game movies. The top 10 worst video game movies was made back in June 2011 with help from some of the old narrators. It was one of the very first movie-based top videos we created and therefore attracted quite a large number of fans. However, after a month or two of repeated violation rights, YouTube asked us to remove it from the channel and it was then later taken down. The video itself talked about many bad movies such as Mortal Kombat Annihilation and the unbearable Super Mario Bros. Movie. While the vast majority of the audience agreed on our opinion, others didn't, saying that Street Fighter was actually their best movie and somehow conveyed the story of Street Fighter the game to be ideally realistic. Top 70 Disappointing Games. The Top 70 Disappointing Games was made back in July 2013 and received possibly one of the biggest flame wars on the channel. While the video detailed a list of games that were hyped and failed to deliver a spectacular promise to what they should have been, many fans were unhappy on the choices we made and attempted to prove we were wrong by insulting us and even my sis, which she had nothing to do with. Top 70 Disappointing Games took almost 2 weeks of development and was shortly pulled down in less than a week and a half because the fans were less than happy. It took a further 3 months for the heat to die down once the video of an apology was released. Top 70 Disappointing Games can still be viewed today on Tinker's old channel called That Brony Show. Top 22 MLP YouTube Poops. The Top 22 MLP YouTube Poops was made towards the very late half of February 2014. It received a great deal of mixed reactions from the fans, mainly because new subscribers were unaware that Top's videos included content such as this. The video itself was animated by me and Source Filmmaker, and the audio clips were used from famous YouTube poopers such as Daikike, CS188, Defango and Da Things. Some praised it and others hated it. Towards the end of the month, YouTube contacted us about receiving over 1,000 complaints regarding terrorism, cyberbullying and inappropriate content. Unfortunately, the video was removed from the channel in case YouTube terminated the account. The video can still be seen on Tats MLP should you decide to watch it. Top 40 Disturbing Moments in Kids Cartoons and Films. The Top 40 Disturbing Moments in Kids Cartoons and Films was made in March 2011 and was in 2 parts. The actual quality of the video was bad, with audio channels for both the scene being shown and the narration being too loud. The quality of the overall video was rendered at a measly 240p and many people enjoyed the second half rather than the first half. The main reason this video was removed was again YouTube's clarification of using content from movies such as Roger Rabbit, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Pee-wee's Adventure. The video itself was in production for well over 4 months due to Kenshin and myself trying to find all the episodes and content for it to work. While we received messages constantly about reviving the project, sadly this video cannot be continued due to content ID claims. Top 22 Non-Gaming Creepypastas. The famous Top 22 Non-Gaming Creepypastas was made back in April 2013 and was an immediate success, showcasing some of the more grittier and scary top countdowns on the channel. The video centered around scary horror stories such as SmileDog.jpg, The Rake and Squidward's Suicide. The video itself also introduced NDR Mongoose as the newest narrator to the team and was an immediate success. While the video itself generated massive views and started becoming popular across the globe, YouTube contacted us about a certain group of people who pointed out that we mentioned a real life name and location of a denizen in the video. The video also suffered from several heated topics from 20th Century Fox and Cartoon Network, who didn't like the footage I used for Ed, Edd n Eddy and The Simpsons. Even though Ed, Edd n Eddy I created in Photoshop. Slime Beast, the owner of Abandoned by Disney, could have started filing a lawsuit if he found out that I was getting earnings from his story and wasn't sharing half the profit. In the end, YouTube told us to remove it or face legal charges. While the video itself was taken down, the project is not dead. We are currently remaking it and making the list even bigger into a top 60.